Hi, this is Nanny
and Peepaw.
Today we're going to do a fun cooking. We're going to make homemade peanut brittle. Okay, I fix my peanut brittle in this iron skillet. It has a high sides to it, but if you have a heavy-duty skillet with a thick bottom that distributes heat evenly, you can also use that. But first of all, we're going to put 2 cups of sugar and then a half a cup of clear Karo syrup, or white, whichever one you want to call it. Okay? And then 1 cup of water. Okay. Now I'm going to get rid of this rubber spatula. I'm going to mix this up until the sugar is dissolved. Now you have to stir this constantly, so don't go answer the telephone or get yourself a cup of coffee or anything. Be prepared to stay with it once you start it. And take my advice, you want to stir this gently. You do not want it to splash out on your stove or hand or anything. Now we're going to get this mixture here up to 240 degrees. And for you that on a candy thermometer, 240 degrees. And for those that are used to working with a candy thermometer, you know that is the soft ball stage. Okay, my candy thermometer is the one I have. Really needs to be in a deep pot, making a lot more candy than I'm making. So what I'm doing is when I stir my candy, I kind of push some up. And that way it hits the ball of the thermometer and will register correctly. Okay. We are now at 240 degrees. Peepaw, if you come get the spoon. What we're going to do now is we're going to add the peanuts. While Peepaw's stirring, I want to tell you, this is 2 cups of raw peanuts. Now you've got different kinds of peanuts out there. You've got green peanuts. If you've got a raw green peanut, it's wet. You've got raw peanuts with the red skin. That's what we're using. You've got roasted peanuts, and you've got salted peanuts. You have to make sure that you get raw peanuts with red skin. We get our peanuts at our local grocery store, and they're by the produce section over to one side of the shelf. And usually they're in 2-cup plastic bags. You're stirring your peanuts right now. What you're looking for is for the candy, the liquid part, to turn a golden brown. And what's happening is the peanuts are cooking in this hot candy. You have to watch this when I tell you to let it turn golden brown. You don't want to get it too brown because that means your candy's burning. I look for a pretty beige color. and smell. If you had smell-o-vision, you would begin to smell this right now.
What was that again? Smell-o-vision?
Smell-o-vision. We're going to put 2 tablespoons of butter, and I use margarine, so margarine's okay. See how it sizzles now? But now I want you to watch close at this next step, because it will intimidate you, but don't be. This is a ½ teaspoon of baking soda. See it's in? Now watch it start foaming up. See that foam? You got to get foam all over that candy. See? Now to me that's pretty. Now immediately take it to your greased cookie sheet. That's the reason you need Peepaw around, just to pour that for me. Okay, that's good, Peepaw. And then kind of spread it out, because you don't want too much nut and what have you in one place than the other. There. Now, we'll come back in about an hour and I'll show you the finished product. Okay, as you can see, the peanut brittle has hardened. And what I do is I take my peanut brittle from that greased cookie sheet and I turn it over. Okay? Now, there's 2 ways you can do this. You can take a spoon and hit it and it cracks. And you can crack it to the size you want. Or some seafood places sell. A friend of mine, Richard Gay, got this for me down in Everglades City. And it's just a little wooden hammer that they use for hard shell things. But see? See how it just cracks up? That is some pretty brittle. I have seen brittle that wasn't this pretty. Now, let me show you something I did one Christmas. Stay where you are. I took aluminum pans, and rather than pouring it in the cookie sheet, I greased the bottom of the aluminum pan, and I poured a little bit in, spread it out, then got another one, poured a little bit in, wrapped it up, tied a ribbon around it, and tied one of these on top of the ribbon. That was an excellent Christmas present. However, another way I do, and you need to do this when you get done, is take your peanut brittle and bag it up. These make for a nice gift too. But whatever you do, even an airtight container, especially here in Florida with the humidity, you need to put it in an airtight container. So, there you go. There's our peanut brittle. One other thing I think I told you wrong is that when you're cooking the peanut brittle, the original sugar and water and syrup, cook it to the hard crack stage, and I think that's at 260. But anyway, I just wanted to make sure you didn't mess up and wind up with a tough caramel, okay? But anyway, that's our peanut brittle. I hope you try it, and I hope you enjoy it. This is Nanny.
And this is Peepaw.
Bye now.